Hey guys, what is up? This is Flashstack. Welcome back to another video on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro: The Dawn of a New Era. Today we are doing Metalphosis the Metalphosis deck. Metalphosis just got released in the OCG, so I am pumped. Okay. So, I'm going to start things off by activating Emergency Teleport. Special summon Metalphosis Silverbird. Then I'll activate Gold Driver in the Pendulum Zone. Activate Gold Driver's effect, destroying Silverbird. And adding counter. Setting counter to my side of the field. I'll set these two cards. Activate Foolish Burial. Send Blackwing Zephyros the Elite to my grave. Activate Zephyros' effect, returning Gold Driver to my hand and special summoning in an attack position. And I'll end my turn with that. Yeah, I've actually already dueled twice already, but I was losing the first time, I was winning the second time, but both times they disconnected, and that's not the kind of duel we want. I'll activate Metalphosis counter. This allows me to special summon Metalphosis Full Flame. So already we have the most powerful pendulum monster in our deck at our disposal. Pretty good start if you ask me. Trade in? Ooh, sweet. Okay, so right off the bat, our opponent's taking too long. This always happens, every single time. It always happens every single time, and every single time I record, I forget to turn down the volume. It's really hurting right now. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry. So they summoned Bright Star, and then they used Sage's effect. I will not do anything. Send Bright Star to the grave. Summon White Spirit Dragon. And I'll chain my trap card, Pendulum Reborn, special summoning Silverbird in defense mode. Obviously they're going to attack Volflame, but I have no issues with that because that's actually better for me. So I'll activate the effect of Metalphosis counter in my grave, banishing it to add Volflame to my hand. Then I'll activate both Gold Driver and Volflame. Activate the effect of Volflame to destroy Silverbird. In order to add Metalphosis counter. Set it, sorry. Then Pendulum summon Crebons and Silverbird. And then I'm going to tune them together for Ally of Justice Catastor. And I'll have it attack. And it automatically destroys it. That's the end of my turn. Gospel of Revival. I'll activate a Metalphosis counter. So I will special summon Steel Rend in defense mode. First, I'm going to activate Volflame's effect to destroy Steel Rend, and set Metalphosis Fusion. Then I'll activate the effect of Metalphosis Counter to add Steel Rend back to my hand. Activate the effect of Gold Driver to destroy Volflame, and set Metalphosis Counter. Then I'll activate the effect of Steel Rend and follow that up with Emergency Teleport. So I'll special summon another Silverbird. Then I'll activate the Pendulum effect of Steel Rend to destroy Silverbird in order to set Metalphosis combination. Then I'll Pendulum summon all three. And I'll use Metalphosis Fusion to fuse my two Silverbirds together into Ori Hulk. Activate the effect of Metalphosis Fusion to shuffle it back to my deck and draw a card. Sweet. And I will end my turn. Did I accidentally send Volflame back to my... Damn it. So, what's their move going to be? I got all my moves pretty much planned out already. Destroy Ori Hulk? That's fine. When you destroy Ori Hulk destroys you. And yes, I'll capitalize on the effect of Metalphosis Counter. Special summon Volflame from my deck. Activate the Pendulum effect of Gold Driver to destroy Silverbird. Use that to set Metalphosis Fusion. I'll activate Metalphosis Combination. And then I'll Pendulum summon Volflame, two Volflames and two Silverbirds. Next, I'll activate Metalphosis Fusion to fusion summon Metalphosis Cardinal by fusing two Silverbirds and a Krebons. The effect of Combination activates, allowing me to fusion summon Ori Hulk. Then I'll activate the effect of Metalphosis Fusion. Activate Metamorphormation. Battle phase. Attack. 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 And attack. Boom. GG, good sir. GG. Okay, I will be right back with the deck list. Okay, so, right off the bat, I'm going to say every Metalphosis Pendulum monster has the same scale, has either scalar 1 or 8, and they have the same pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set one Metalphosis spell or trap card directly from your deck. So now that we have that out of the way, I put in one Zephyros the Elite, to capitalize on the field spells and the pendulum zones. Just get that extra monster out there. And one that can be recycled once. 3 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. This is our level 3 Psychic type tuner. All the monsters in this deck are Psychic except for my Synchro monsters and Zephyros. Every other monster is Psychic type. So we have Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. During either player's turn, when a monster on the field activates its effect, or when a spell or trap card that is already faced up on the field activates its effect, you can send this card from your hand or your side of the field to the graveyard, destroy that card on the field. You can only use the effect once per turn. And then we have our level 2 Psychic type tuner, Krebons. When this card is targeted for attack, you can pay 800 life points to negate that attack. So I did not put any Xyz monsters in this deck, in the extra deck, because it kind of ruins the point of having pendulum deck, because all the cards just go to the all the Xyz materials just go to the grave. I mean, there are ways I could bring them back, such as through Pendulum Reborn, but it's more of a hassle that way. And besides, the chance of getting monsters at the same level are low. So that's all the monsters in the main deck. Next we have Metalphosis Fusion. So you can fusion summon one Metalphosis Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters in your hand or side of the field as fusion materials. This card is in your graveyard. You can shuffle this card into your deck and then draw one card. You can only use the effect of Metalphosis Fusion once per turn. A recyclable fusion spell. Brilliant. Is sheer brilliance. This way you will always have a card set to your side of the field when using the pendulum effects. Always. Next, one copy of Foolish Burial, just for Zephyros' sake. Or if I have Pendulum Reborn, I want to send one to the graveyard for a quick summon. One copy of Pendulum Storm. I mean, it's not really as good as other cards, say, Mystical Space Typhoon. But if you do have the proper cards in your hand, Pendulum Storm can be useful. And, getting those extra cards in your extra deck. Still, Mystical Space Typhoon would probably still be a good move. 2 copies of Emergency Teleport, special summon one level 3 or lower Psychic type monster from your hand or deck, but banish it during the end phase. Use this in combination with a Metalphosis card in your Pendulum scale, so you get a free card set face down and a free card in your extra deck ready to be Pendulum summoned. 3 copies of the field spell Metamorphormation. All Metalphosis monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. Good enough as is. While you control a Metalphosis card in your Pendulum zone, non-effective Metalphosis monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So, all of the Metalphosis monsters from your original, from your deck, and then Adamant and Cardinal from your extra deck. All those work well. Next we have Metalphosis Counter. If a card or cards you control are destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon one Metalphosis monster from your deck. Easy Volflame, really quickly. So a monster with 2400 attack, you get that almost instantly. During either player's turn except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add one face-up Metalphosis Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. If you run out of cards in your if you don't have any cards in your hand, well, I mean, like if you have one in your hand and your scales are empty and you have no other ways, bring something from your extra deck back to set your scale. So 3 copies of that. 1 copy of Torrential Tribute, because Pendulum decks, Torrential Tribute's a really good card. Pendulum Reborn, special summon one face Pendulum monster from your extra deck or one Pendulum monster from your graveyard. 2 copies of that. 3 copies of Metalphosis Combination. Once per turn, if a fusion monster is fusion summoned, not just to your side of the field, to your opponent's side of the field too. You can target one Metalphosis monster in your graveyard whose level is less than that fusion monster's level. Special summon it. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Metalphosis monster from your deck to your hand. This card is extremely useful in swarming the field and getting you more monsters. So, either you can fusion summon and then special summon one fusion monster from your graveyard who has a lower level, or you can activate this card face up, destroy using a pendulum scale. You get to set another card from another spell trap card from your deck. Do the pendulum scale, and then you can add one Metalphosis monster from your deck to your hand. Really good. And 2 copies of Extra Buck each time a card is added to your extra deck. Place 1 spell counter on this card, max 3. You can send this card with 3 spell counters to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. So, right away, that is extremely good because of all of the destroying that's happening, all the fusion summoning and synchro summoning, all those pendulum monsters being sent back to your extra deck. Add counters to this. Next, we have Cardinal, 1 Metalphosis monster plus 2 monster with 3,000 or less attack. Really easy to summon, and it is really high attack. Of course, you have Metalphosis combination on the field. This is the one you're going to want to summon, because then you can summon either Adamant or Ori Hulk from your grave. I'm going to skip over Ori Hulk for a second. Metalphosis Adamant. 1 Metalphosis monster plus 1 monster with 2,500 or less attack. Once again, really easy to summon. The fusion monsters are really easy to summon in this deck, so you can summon a lot of them. Once again, I'm gonna save Ori Hulk for last because it's really powerful. Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, we all know what it does. Once per turn during a player's turn, when another level 5 or higher monster activates its effect on the field, you can negate the activation if you do destroy it. Once per turn during a player's turn, when a monster effect is activated that targets exactly 1 level 5 or higher monster on the field, you can negate the activation, and if you do destroy it, you can use each effect once per turn. Armides, Keeper of Boundaries. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. And Allied Justice Catastor. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a non-dark monster, destroy that monster without damage calculation. So, a really diverse extra deck. However, the most powerful card in this deck has to be Metalphosis Ori Hulk. 2 Metalphosis monsters, level 8, 2000 attack, 2200 defense. If a Metalphosis monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict doubled piercing damage to your opponent. Double. So that is really powerful in its own right. If your opponent has monsters that can't be destroyed, such as Blue Brawler or Marshmallow or Card Reaper, then attacking them with this, oh, there's going to be hell to pay. Especially Card Reaper with only like 200 defense, and say Cardinal attacks it. That's 5,600 points of damage. 5,600. And that's an extra 600 if it has a boost from Metamorphomation. Basically, the most damage you could do in one attack with this deck, without any other card effects that boost you up, just Metamorphomation, then the most damage you can do in one attack is 6,600. A monster with 0 defense gets attacked by a Metalphosis Cardinal with a boost from Metamorphomation, and the effect of Ori Hulk activates, so that 3,300 is doubled. It's amazing. And in addition, because of Metamorphomation being on the field, Cardinal is unaffected by card effects. Straight up unaffected. Anyway, if Ori Hulk is sent from the field to graveyard, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. That has been my Metalphosis deck. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. Also, leave a comment down below telling me what deck you want me to do next, because I really love hearing from you guys. If you have any questions about the deck, like other cards you can add into it, then just ask them. Also leave a comment down below, and I will give you whatever you ask for, whatever kind of knowledge. Anyway, till next time, this has been Flash Stack, and I will see you all next duel.